It's like the end of World War II. Everybody's tired. They don't want any more war. They don't want any more confrontation.
There was a kind of a, not demoralization, that's perhaps too strong a word, but the lack of this vigor, because the mortal enemy is no longer a mortal enemy.
The great Soviet experiment of 75 years or so is done.
Everything had stopped and there were no more problems in the world.
We'd won the Cold War. The West in general had won the Cold War. We said to ourselves, well, that problem's over. Everything's going to be fine. We cut substantially back on our defense budget.
We dismantled our military and intelligence establishments. People said, well, who needs it?
You know, this is the end, we don't need CIA and all of that.
It had to have produced a dramatic change in priorities. Yes, the Soviet Union had been the principal target and basically the rationale for the formation of the agency.
You can't simply snap your fingers and say, we're going to shift all of this human intelligence to other places. It just doesn't work that way.
These people were very unhappy when the Soviet Union collapsed because they didn't have an enemy, so they had to create one.
The end of the Cold War caused us to shift a lot of different kinds of things and try to look down the road and understand what was going to be happening.
The CIA becomes idle, useless, and powerless after losing its one great enemy, its raison d'etre. At agency headquarters in Langley, former agents longing for the days when they were still likened to James Bond are called back to tell schoolchildren about the glory days of the CIA, 3 letters that have become a myth.
This is just to inform kids. So, way to put a human face, if you will, on the agency.
The story's over. That game is finished. It was a world where the Soviet Union here and the United States there, and we were in a game of chess to take as many pieces of the rest of the world as we could. And in the end, in 1991, the side that had the most pieces won. And they didn't win.
A few months after the collapse of the Soviet Union, former CIA Director William Colby and KGB head Oleg Kalugin co-host a reception in Washington to launch a video game. With no one left to fight it, the Cold War was indeed over.
Gordon, it's Warhurst. We've got a situation.
Good luck.
Every time you think the Americans can't get any dumber, they do something really fucked up.